Welcome to E-Town. This is round 4 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship, and we're about to find out in just, let's call it multiple battles. Hopefully it dries out. We're going to assess. When we see smoke come from the cars, that's a good sign. In the first battle of the Royal Purple Top 16, we got the field suspension, GT Radial S chassis. That's Odi Bakshi's out front. Ken Gushi in the chase position in that red 86. Here we go. Looks like Odi Bakshi's filling that first, the second outside zone. Look at the smoke being kicked off. So again, looks like we got a dry course, my friends. Knocking over that inside clip, now into that final outside zone. Filling all that zone. You could see denoted. You need to drift past on by at angle. Here we go. Ken Gushi initiates in that first outside zone. Gets all the way to that course edge. Well done there by the Monty's 3 Racing Toyota GR86. Odi backs off a little bit, but now he lunges forward. Again, showing a little bit of dominance there. He doesn't get all the way out in that second outside zone. Now he's going to transition into that front clip, narrowly going by it. Not glancing it at all in that last outside zone goes Ken Gushi and Odi Bakshi. They power through the finish line one more time. Here we are. So either driver A or driver B. Do you agree with that call? Little tumultuous one earlier. Here we go. Kazuya initiating into that first outside zone. Simon Olsen dropping into formation. Now Kazuya into that second outside zone. The Up Garage ISR Performance Jerry Yang produced vehicle. And Simon Olsen, look at that. Man, he is, again, for never driving an S chassis until this year, the 4th round, he's making it look really easy prior to the lead car. But the lead car needs to wait till they extinguish. Simon Olsen, big, nasty angle. That first outside zone, hits it and quits it. And Kazuya Taguchi, you can see him nosing in. Simon Olsen, big, massive angle. That second outside zone, that allows Kazuya Taguchi. I mean, these guys are looking almost identical in their lead and in their chase. And this is going to be a hard one. I mean, here we are splitting hairs, Ryan. You know, we had that one more. Simon Olsen. Simon Olsen gets the victory. Dominican's finest, Jonathan Castro. Here we go. Whoa, big entry there from Matt Field. He does exceed the course track edge. That looks like it threw off Jonathan Castro. Could that be too big of a blow for Castro to come back? Again, we're going to have to assess on how aggressive. Look at that. Looks like a little rubber that's on the side there from that Borla exhaust. Corvette. All right, let's take a look. Castro and that LTH Mobile 1 Toyota GR86. Quick little yank of the handbrake into the outside zone 1. Looks like he's 100% right now. Here comes Matt Field into formation. Now keep in mind, Castro got a little bit of a deficit there. We're seeing that Lean Customs on the roof. Shout out to the boys of Lean into that final outside zone. There goes Castro and Field. And again, with Castro shutting it down in the first 4, Dominican's finest, Jonathan Castro. Field gets the win. And advanced field suspension. This S chassis, Ken Gushi in the GR86 Toyota. Now in that first outside zone, you see Odi Bakshi's transition into that second outside zone, the big 180-degree, filling all that. So see it denoted by the track edge and that white line on the inside. Past that inside clip, Odi Bakshi's very tight to it into that 3rd outside zone, getting all of the course. You know, he'll grind his wheel on the door. He's created quite a personality here as, there we go, Ken Gushi. Oh, wow, throwing some sparks there. Looks like Odi Bakshi is getting just right. Oh, and looks like Ken Gushi shuts her down. There it is, gets the win. So, again, great sportsmanship there, Ken Gushi.
And then you've got our traditional D-cell light.
Chris Forsberg initiating that first outside zone. Rome Charpentier giving chase. Looks like Chris Forsberg drops a little bit of a tire. Not too much, though. Good angle there. Oh, he's really getting off course. But Rome Charpentier not bothered at all. Into that first inside clip, the one and only Rome Charpentier kind of making some corrections. Now Forsberg into that last outside zone. And love to win here at his home track. Rome Charpentier, Garagistic BMW E36, initiating that first outside zone. Throwing it in, both of them. Here goes Rome in that second outside zone. Rome filling all of it. Chris Forsberg, look at him lunging forward, that VR-powered all-new Z. Past that inside clip, how is he going to handle? Going to that last outside zone. Man, the proximity of Chris Forsberg right there.
Look at that.
And there we go. We got Rome Charpentier, and Rome Charpentier gets the win. It's Toyota GR Corolla, the Rockstar Pilot, initiating in that first outside zone, that hot hatchback. So again, another driver exceeding that track line. Brandon Sorensen, the United States Air Force, BMW. Ryan Turk using all the course. Brandon Sorensen backing off a little bit here. Now Ryan Turk into that last outside zone. So Ryan Turk going on the start. You can see the Indicators of the momentum, and here goes Sorensen. Turk drops into formation. Let's see how they transition to outside zone 2. You can see Sorensen fills that second outside zone. Ryan Turk applying the pressure. He's right there. So talk about proximity, Ryan. Oh boy, almost gets into the door. That could disrupt Brandon and Turk. And then in that final outside zone, that was a really good. Turk gets the win, and it is unanimous. Ryan Turk with his son Roman in the 5FD. I know Vaughn's cheering him on from home. And here goes James Dean. Big initiation there in that first outside zone. Travis Reeder getting bathed in the tire smoke in that second outside zone. Here comes that Nicholas BMW. Look at the proximity. Great job by Travis Reeder. Looks like he almost had contact. Comes out of angle just a little bit into that final outside zone. Nasty initiation by Travis Reeder and James Dean. You don't look in your rearview mirror. You know that shark, James Dean, the machine, is right behind you. Sparks being thrown. Oh, and look at that. James Dean exceeds the course as Travis Reeder, little weeble wobble into that initiation. You saw him kind of working the wheel, gets into the dirt. Both these guys going back and forth. James Dean closing the door. You see it with Travis Reeder going a little bit off course, and now one final outside zone. Travis Reeder hits the wall, gets into the dirt, gets thrown off. James Dean gets the victory. On. Here comes Dylan Hughes under the bridge where he drew some blood and he drew some GT radial tires. Into that first outside zone, Joao Barrion. A lot of these drivers exceeding that line on the outside zone 1. Now going to outside zone 2. There goes Dylan Hughes filling all of it. Here comes Joao Barrion. Good proximity. You see him kind of coming out of it. Minus about 10 degrees compared to Dylan Hughes in that final outside zone. Getting all the way to the outside line. You see Joao Barrion, the red lights coming on. Dylan Hughes, the dozer, that Permatex, Rain-X, Royal Purple BMW into that first outside zone. Looks like Dylan Hughes, he gets into the smoke, does not exceed that outside course line, and there he is with the proximity. Needs to throw some more angle at it. He does have the proximity. Oh, almost seeing contact there, that forward start wheel. Dylan Hughes maybe tempering him back, and oh boy, loses the camera, almost goes into the wall. Look at this upset. Joao Barrion gets the upset, and I have Adam LZ, the Mustang RTR, Spec 5FD, both these guys on Nitto tires. Big initiation from Adam LZ, Chelsea Nova dropping into formation. Now to that, oh, we got rubber on rubber, Nitto on Nitto crime. And Chelsea Nova looks like maybe too aggressive, maybe taking himself out, go past that inside clip, now pass and into that final outside zone. Ryan, a big disruption of that Pennzoil Mustang. Expecting a big initiation here from Chelsea Nova, and there it is. Gets all of the course. Adam LZ, straight line approach. Here comes Adam and Chelsea into that second outside zone. You can see filling all of it. Adam LZ trying to bang on the door. Whoa, gets out, exceeds the track line, and now to that final outside zone.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, so look at that. I mean, losing back. Wow. LZ gets the victory. So one more time. So looks like
now the battle begins again.
Here we go. Odie Bakshi, Simon Olsen. Odie and Simon almost simultaneous initiation in that first outside zone. There goes Odie Bakshi's. See how they handle into that big 180-degree outside zone 2. Odie Bakshi's big angle there. Simon Olsen, great proximity. And you can see that. Look at Simon Olsen. Is he going to take out the boss? Past that inside clip into that final outside zone. Odie Bakshi's, you can see his eye on the prize. Look at him just looking out that window. Really good composure. Hey, Olsen out front. Let's see how it initiates. Odie Bakshi's. He obviously knows what these vehicles are capable of. Now transitioning into that second outside zone. Odie Bakshi's, look at that. He's saying, hey, Simon, I built this car. I can crash this thing if I wanted to. I'll fix it. So coming now into that final outside zone. Some separation there between Olsen and Odie. Now Odie comes up short on that final outside zone. That was a one more time, and oh, look at that. Split decision across the board. So Heatwave, GT Radial, Lean Customs, Corvette into that first outside zone. Approaching that big second outside zone. Big angle there from Matt Field. Rome Charpentier gets into the pocket. The Garagistic BMW now coming into that first and only inside clip, transitioning into that final outside zone. Matt Field using all the course. Looks like Rome Charpentier coming up a little bit short. Here comes the Garagistic BMW.
Oh boy.
V-Tour tires and Matt Field. Look at that. Like I said, the claws and the fangs are out. The beast from the bay shuts it down. There it is. One more time.
Okay.
You know, I got to tell you, I
might be great otherwise.
Good battle here. Ryan Turk versus James Dean. Those sparks just keep flying on James Dean. Snapping it into that first outside zone. Ryan Turk, that Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla. Whoa, buddy. looking more rallycross than drifting as that Rain-X Toyota Corolla, some more sparks of a James Dean's AutoZone Mustang RTR Spec 5 FD, and then past that finish line. So FD, the three-time champ, the machine, goes into that first outside zone, fills all of it. Ryan Turk, good composure, nasty snap as Ryan Turk goes wheel to wheel. They bang doors, they bang back wheels into that final outside zone. How are they going to handle? How are they going to manage? Transition in outside zone 3, James Dean and Ryan Turk. Oh, and looks like he is knocked out. His night is done. James Dean in the auto zone into that first outside zone. A lot of handbrake being pulled there by Odi Bakshi's. Simon Olsen hanging out in the shadow. Simon now surges forward. Some good driving here. Again, identical setups, you know, the S chassis, supercharged LS into that final outside zone. Odi just right on that line. Here comes Simon Olsen out of the gate into that outside zone. Look at that, tapping the wall. Goes Simon Olsen. Odi Bakshi's transitions into that second outside zone. Good proximity. Again, dropping in that pocket. That's what I was talking about. I really love the way Odi, that's why I say he's one of the best chase drivers. He gets really deep and he mimics that angle so well. He could just really massage that S. 2 votes, and Simon Olsen takes out the boss. Simon, well, who's going to win here at E-Town? Matt Field, aggressive with that Borla exhaust Corvette. Garagistic BMW of Rome Charpentier. Look at him jump forward. Big angle there from Matt Field. Massive angle. Look at that. Again, countering those white 4-star wheels standing out. You could really just see, again, set it and forget it. You can see all of that GT radial tread pointed right towards you. Oh, you can see the telemetry as Rome Charpentier initiates a little bit of the red light into that first outside zone. It looked like Rome came up just a bit short, exited out of that outside zone 1, now into outside zone 2. Good angle from Rome, and Matt Field mimicking it. Looks like not going the way of bashing doors, but just keeping that composure, dialing it back a little bit. Rome Charpentier now counters. Field, the beast from the Bay, advances on. Adam LZ of the RTR Spec 5 FD, Joao Barrion chasing him down. Here comes Adam LZ in that first outside zone. Comes up a little bit short, looks like the Nitto tires grip up. Joao Barrion, he comes out of angle and straightens out. He does take a beeline towards the side of Adam LZ, and now it seems that he has found that angle and that proximity past that inside clip into that final outside zone. Here goes Adam LZ filling it. Joao Barrion.
That was a great approach.
Joao Barrion initiating in that first outside zone. There's some sparks from Adam LZ. Seems like the RTR throwing some sparks. 4th of July just around the corner, and Adam LZ looks like he massages it in. And good proximity deep in that second outside zone. Joao Barrion, both them past that inside clip. Big flick from Joao Barrion. Here comes Adam LZ, tucked in, buried, and bathing in smoke content. And there it is, Adam LZ gets the win. He's going to the wheels. And here we go, white wheels on Simon Olsen's vehicle as well into that first outside zone. Look at Matt Field flirting with that wall. Simon Olsen tucks in. Has to back off a little bit to allow him to pass into that second outside zone. Almost dipping some of that GT radial tire. Both these guys on GT radials past that inside clip. Good transition. Look at Simon Olsen, tit for tat, into that last outside zone. Look at Matt Field. Simon Olsen is
You're 100% right.
Right? So here we go. Simon Olsen initiates in that first outside zone, right on the line. Here goes Matt Field transitioning in. Simon Olsen going for his first podium. And here we go. Matt Field transitions. Look at that. So again, that's good composure. Don't bang doors. It's going to disrupt your car and Simon Olsen. Keep it clean. Let's see a clear fight. Nope, nothing below the belt. And there we go.
Good.
Great time. And one more time. Going at it again. And this is 3 years in a row. We haven't seen it for a few years. And now here he is. Big initiation, nasty initiation in that AutoZone Mustang RTR. Now to that second outside zone. Adam LZ throws some spark. He drops into formation. Big, massive angle. Looks like Adam LZ grips up a little bit, but then he yanks on the handbrakes, allowing the car to slide back in outside zone 2, past the inner clip into outside zone 3. And you see Adam LZ, James Dean, RTR. An RTR vehicle will win! Holy cow! Adam LZ with the nasty backwards entry. James Dean overcooks it. He goes way off course, re-enters the picture. Adam LZ with an insano entry. What the heck was that? Let's back it up and roll the tape. Adam LZ goes through this. Looks like Moving on is Adam LZ. LZ gets Adam LZ in the finals. Is it Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay, and the Borla Corvette, or Simon Olsen, the Field Suspension S chassis? Matt Field transitions into that second outside zone. It looks like Simon Olsen gives a little bit of room, but now he catches up. Look at that proximity, not mimicking exactly the angle that we saw earlier today. Takes and punches out that inside clip. Here comes Matt Field, get all the way to the course's edge. The chicane, send it! Simon Olsen, Field Suspension S chassis. Matt Field, the white 4-star, standing out. You can see them through the smoke, now transitioning in. Simon Olsen, Matt Field, you can see him jumping to the side. A little bit of left foot break there from Simon Olsen. The fiberglass bouncing off the back of Simon Olsen. Matt Field drops back a little bit. What's going on here? Let's see if he can reap the reward. Simon Olsen fills all of that outside zone. Gets the win, is going to the finals. It is Olsen in the final. Adam LZ, we got a clean start. Simon Olsen. Sparks are flying into that outside zone 1. Now passing into outside zone 2. Big angle from Adam LZ. Look at that, puts it right into the sweet spot. Simon Olsen tucks in, mimicking the angle, a little bit out of 10%. And then now into that last outside zone. Big, massive transition from LZ. Oh, doctor, look at that. But Simon Olsen right there, that was a Olsen, Field Suspension S chassis. GT radial tires, the Nitto Tire Mustang. Adam LZ gets into formation, he drops that back bumper. Can he get that proximity back? Olsen filling that second outside zone. Look at the power on deck from that RTR Mustang. Hobbs giving a jump to the side of the S chassis. Now transitioning past that inner clip into that last outside zone 3. LZ throws it in. A good transition. Ooh, it looks like he's right. Let's go one more time.
If you're a fan,
clean start. Simon Olsen shoots down into that first outside zone. Big, nasty entry by Adam LZ. Simon Olsen getting buried in the smoke into that second outside zone. Adam LZ feels all of the Nitto Tire smoke in his face. Simon Olsen diving in, good proximity, not mimicking the exact angle. Now in that final, there's that snappy transition, sends it into that final outside zone. Adam LZ counters. If LZ nails that chase in the third outside zone, I think it's going to be his. But Simon Olsen, he's going to push back. Simon Olsen, good initiation by him. First zone into second outside zone. Adam LZ drops into formation, very similar. But look, he is mimicking the angle right there. He finds himself deep in the pocket. How are they going to handle this last outside zone? I'm telling you, this is going to be a telltale sign. Who dials it in? And look at that. He goes deep into that outside zone. By our judges, Robin Ishida, Brian Egger, Chris Yule, Ryan Lontaine. Again, 4 more rounds left. Matt Field won the first round. Vaughn Ginn Jr. won the second. Chelsea Denofa won in Orlando. And your winner here, for the first time ever, unanimously is Adam LZ gets the win for the RTR Cam. 3 in a row for RTR. Simon Olsen gets second place in the Field Suspension S chassis.